Something that came home pretty strongly to me this morning after closing out some apps on my phone and realizing that my battery life jumped from 10 hours to 13 hours and 42 minutes was that there were background apps running on my phone that I didn't even realize were running that were draining my battery. So the question popped up, what can I do to extend my life or extend my prayer life? It's like, what applications, what relationships, what soul ties do I need to close out in order to preserve my life? What relationships, what friendships, what things do you need to close out to preserve your battery life? How many things are running in the background that is controlling your energy? Is it the constant reminders of an old relationship that you have, wanting to go back but know that it's not good for you? Is it abuse? Is it molestations? Is it the constant urge in the back of your mind for the visuals of pornography? Is it the constant fight behind closed doors with depression and suicide? What is it? Sometimes we don't even know, because guess what? That's why it's called background apps. It's running in the background, so sometimes we don't even realize that it's there. But my prayer is that you would ask God to reveal to you what those background things are and allow Him to remove them or to close them out. See, I was like, what if there is an app that could remind us or show us these things that are draining us? Would we be willing to open that app and close these things out? Or will we keep the app closed and just ignore it and allow these things to continue to control us? See, I have a tendency where I put my phone in power saver mode, so I don't have to charge it all the time. But then I realized that even in power saving mode, it was still draining out. And that's why I had to stop to check. What is it that is draining my battery? See, always on charge, but never full. See, a lot of us, we go to church on Sundays and we get charged up, or on Saturdays and we get charged up, but we're still not full. Because there's still something that meets us when we leave off charge, that starts to feed at us, that starts to pick at us. Life starts to pick back at us again. See, plugged into a source, but there's not enough energy coming from that source. And then I realized that there's actually an application for that. It's called the Bible. See, the more I realize that I read and I study and I apply, is the more these applications are closed out. There are times when they do come back up, but the more that I read, the more I study, the more I meditate, the more I fast, the more I pray, is the less stronghold these things have on me, is the less these things control me and drain me. So the more that you read, the more you study, the more you apply, the more you walk in the Spirit and walk according to the things of God, is the less energy that these things can drain from you. It becomes a flip-sided thing where you now control these things and they don't control you. See, I've come to realize that a lot of times we're on slow charge because we can't figure out what these things are. But like I said, my prayer is that we will ask God to reveal them. Not to reveal them so that we can have a pity party, but so that He can release us from these things, so that we can walk freely, so that we can be full of Him. We can be full with Him. He can fill us with Himself. See, I would love for us to check our connection. What are we connected to? Is this thing that we're connected to filling us, or is it draining us? Is this thing allowing us to be tired and weary and low and down all the time, or is it energizing us? Is it giving us hope and a future? Is it causing us to want to wake up the next day and smell the roses and just keep life going? If it's not doing that, then you need to check your connection, check your app, and close these things out. I'm not saying closing out a lot of things will be easy. That's why you allow God to walk with you and to be with you and for Him to do the work. So again, check your connection, check your battery life, and see what it is that is draining you. What's causing you to not want to pray? What's causing you to not want to read the Word? What's causing you to not want to have a relationship with God? What's causing you to be empty? An empty car can't go nowhere. An empty gas tank can't go anywhere. You gotta end up getting gas to fill it. So what is it? What gas will you fill your tank with? Or will you stay there and allow these other things to keep you on E? Or will you refuel your tank? Think about that. God bless you.